All right, so moving on to the final segment, we're going to switch gears to the world of baseball inside the MLB world. And this next segment, I'll be sharing my 3 sleeper teams that I have for this MLB regular season. So we're a month underway of the MLB regular season. These 3 teams I have circled as my sleeper teams for the remainder of the MLB regular season. Starting off with team number 1 will be the Washington Nationals. Now, the Washington Nationals are on my radar as a sleeper team. This team has been rebuilding since 2021, where they cleared house of a lot of players that helped them win their only World Series title in franchise history in 2019. A lot of players were gone, and me being a Nats fan, I was very upset. They traded away Max Scherzer, Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, then Juan Soto in 2022 to complete the rebuilding process. And now, when you look at this Washington Nationals team, there's a lot to like. I mean, they have some young players of C.J. Abrams, James Leftwood, Mackenzie Gore as a pitcher. I mean, actually, right now, as we speak, the Nationals, no shade to the Orioles, but the Nationals are the best team in the DMV baseball-wise right now, which is crazy to say with the Orioles winning 90-plus games back-to-back years. But as I digress, currently, the Nationals are in 3rd place in the NL West. They are 3 games under 500. The Mets are very comfortable in the NL East, 1st place in this division. Then the Phillies are right behind them. But at the Nationals, when they get hot, and they are a competitive team, despite being 17-20. And I feel like if they can go on a run, they could possibly lock up a wild card spot in the National League. It's not impossible to think of that based off of how they played thus far this MLB season. So they're definitely a sleeper team to me. They're number 1 on my list. Now, next team would be the Boston Red Sox. Now, the Red Sox are hungry to be a contending team in the MLB. This team is known for World Series success, behind the New York Yankees as the 2nd most World Series titles won in MLB history. And they have missed the postseason for the last 3 years, the Red Sox have. And they had a really strong offseason. They acquired Gary Crochet, their new ace pitcher from the White Sox. They picked up Alex Bregman. The rotation is solid as well for the pitching, a part of this team. And they have really good players like Jarren Duran, veteran player Trevor Story, and other good players to help this Red Sox team get back to where they want to be as a contending championship team. Plus, they're currently 2nd place in the AL East behind the New York Yankees right now. So the Red Sox, I like the caliber of baseball that they've played at a really good level thus far in the first month of baseball. I think they could have some success as the season goes on. But I would say the Red Sox are definitely a sleeper team for me. They're the 2nd best sleeper team on my list. And last but not least would be the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, I do believe that the Blue Jays are a sleeper team this year. Now, the Blue Jays are always a team that look good on paper, but they can't translate their success to the postseason when it matters most. And that's always been the story behind this Toronto Blue Jays team. But I feel like they have a really talented roster behind them, starting off with Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who got a really nice contract before the MLB season. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is the franchise player. They also have Bo Bichette, George Springer, and other several players a part of this Toronto Blue Jays team. My thing is, I think this team could be hot at times, but they can also be cold at times. And that's their only downfall. We talk about this team that has a lot of success hitting the ball. I think their pitching is decent. It's okay. It's not as good. But I think the AL East is honestly, when you look at the landscape of it, the Yankees are in control. And I just said I believe in the Red Sox, but I also believe in the Blue Jays to make some noise as well, with the Rays and the Orioles starting off the season very slow at the bottom of this AL East division. I think if the Blue Jays can get on a run, they could be a team to look out for and be a sleeper team to get probably one of the final wild card spots in the American League for the playoffs once we get to that time in the fall. But those 3 teams, I think these are some 3 solid sleeper teams, especially the first 2 that I just said, the Nationals and the Red Sox. I do believe in them I do believe in them more over the Blue Jays as sleeper teams. But yes, the Nationals and Red Sox, I think, could turn some heads as the season goes on, and if they could get the bats firing off. But those are my top 3 sleeper teams for the MLB season. That is all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is your host, Thomas Tyree, signing off, and I'll see you guys on next week's episode.